What's up guys, Carlos Acuna with Carlos Acuna Health and Fitness. Today guys, this video isn't going to be for everyone. I'm making this video specifically for those people who suffer with the same condition that I have dealt with for the past almost 2 years since I was diagnosed, and I've had back pain since I was 14. I'm 28 now. Anyhow guys, so as I was saying, this video is not going to be for everyone. If you're not interested in what I've gone through, feel free to wait till the next informative video or vlog. But if you're interested in seeing what I have overcome to get to where I'm at physically today, stay tuned to this video. Welcome everyone who's watching my video for the first time. This channel is about uplifting and motivating everyone who deals with pain in their life, daily constant pain, and letting you know that that is not the end, but it's up to you to make the change. I've broken this down into 2 stages that I want to target. The first stage is talking a little bit about my past as far as degenerative disc disease and the pain I've endured. Stage 2 is overcoming and what I've done to overcome this pain. Now, as I was saying, I didn't always look like this. I mean, if you're watching my video for the first time, I want you to take a look at what I've been able to accomplish with degenerative disc disease always on my mind. So I'm not the biggest guy out there on YouTube whatsoever, but I feel proud of what I've been able to accomplish despite the daily pain I have to go through. Now, your pain might be different than mine, but the process of overcoming this pain is pretty much the same. So let's get started. Stage 1, we're gonna cover a little bit about my past and what I've endured. So the symptoms I feel, which many of you will know, it's hard to stay seated in one certain area. So usually I get up when I'm in class, I move around. It's hard for me to stay seated without taking some sort of painkiller that's prescribed to me, but it's just very difficult. It's a lot of pain at times, but overcoming it is all mentally. And it's taken me several years to come to this formula that I'm gonna share with you guys today. So, like I was saying, the symptoms, it's daily constant nagging pain. Some days are better than others. Also depression hit me really hard. I went through very difficult times. I was always very self-conscious about my physique. When I was diagnosed with degenerative disc disease and found out that there was pretty much almost nothing that could be done for me, I almost basically gave up on life. I started to self-loathe myself. I waited for something to happen. As far as like a cure, I would do research to see if there was anything out there that I was a quick fix, because isn't that what we all want, is just a magic pill to make all the pain go away for anything, for any condition or any situation that we're put in life. The biggest one for me was that it was a dream killer. Why? Because if you're new to my channel, I've talked about my dream about becoming a physical therapist. It was a dream killer to my dream of becoming a physical therapist. When I was diagnosed with this condition almost 2 years ago this February, I was still doing my undergraduate. I was finishing it up, and I remember just thinking that my life was over. Everything that I had studied for, I wasn't going to be able to fulfill it to the best of my ability, if so. So I just loathed myself. I didn't know where my life was going. I put on a lot of bad weight. If you want to see what I used to look like, I recently did a physique update video, which I think it's like 2 videos past. I'll try to link it below. But yeah, so if you want to see pictures of where I was to how I am now, when you saw me without my shirt just a second ago, you can see the progress that I've made. It's pretty remarkable when you add that I have this debilitating disease with my lower back. I remember when it first happened, I couldn't move. I was shivering on the floor. I was shaking right here on this floor, right here. My mom was right next to me, crying. We didn't have insurance. We're a pretty humble family. Whenever we would get hurt, it was just, órale mijo, you know, like, I hope you you're okay, because unless you have a broken bone, then we can't. I mean, there's no money. I was begging my mom for an ambulance, and as much as I could see it in her eyes that she wanted to call an ambulance, I could also see that she was terrified of the bill that was upcoming if she did so. So there I laid on this floor, just shivering in panic, anxiety, ridiculous amount of pain that I don't wish upon anyone. It was horrific. I was crying. I didn't know what was going on. I thought that I was gonna go paralyzed. Any little movement with my lower torso was an immense pain on a scale of 0 to 10. 10 like rushed me to the hospital. It was an 11. I don't know how else to translate that through a video to you guys, but it was a ridiculous amount of pain. After that night, I wasn't able to do anything for 2 months. I laid in a bed in my brother's room next door. I just laid there for 2 months, 2 straight months. I had to pee in buckets of Tupperware. It was embarrassing and humiliating. My mom had to pick those buckets up when she got back home from work. In order for me to go to the bathroom, to go number 2, I could barely go by myself. I mean, I never asked my mom to take me, but I remember the pain. I would try to hold it in because it was just so painful to go, and I know it's disgusting, but it's something that I have to share with you guys because maybe that's something that you had to go through too. And I just want to let you know that it's okay to share this with others. You never know who's going through the same pain that you are, that you might be able to help and reach out to them and change their lives forever, even if it's just one person. But I just remember having to take showers on all fours like a dog and scooping up water from the tub and just throwing it on my back. I couldn't even reach my back because I couldn't move my torso. My mom had to purchase knee pads for me. Yes, I was wearing knee pads, and I had to crawl, which is not too much of a crawl, from my brother's room all the way to the back door to let the dogs out, because I would stay here with the dogs for those 2 months. And a task that takes you, I don't know, 5 seconds to get from one end of the house to the other would take me about 10 to 15 minutes to accomplish it. It was horrific, guys. I want to let you know, this is a quote. Dr. E.T., he says that even in pain, there's beauty. He uses the trees in the fall when they're changing color, that even as they die, there's beauty in those trees. And that's how I try to look at myself. Look that even with pain, there's beauty in what's happening, the changes physically, health-wise. My blood pressure is down, that I'm feeling, and it's beautiful. And although I have to take painkillers and muscle relaxers at times to get through my days, there is still beauty in what's coming from that. Instead of taking pills and loathing myself and just laying in my bed and wishing my life to be over, I decided to make a change. And if I was going to be in pain, I was at least going to look and know that my heart and my blood pressure and my overall health was going to be good, other than my lower back, which I have no control of as of now. But I'm not giving up on it. So guys, that was pretty much stage 1. I led with with Dr. E.T.'s motivational little quote of the tree changing colors, and I want to take that and move on into stage 2, which is overcoming that pain. So in stage 2, the biggest thing that you need to change is your mindset. I cannot make that a much bigger point than just by telling you how important it is to change your mindset. I was told by a friend, and she told me something I already knew but I had forgotten. Neuromuscular transformation. Your brain's ability to adapt and change to whatever you make it do. So that was my biggest obstacle. I accepted it. I accepted where I was at. I accepted that, okay, I'm not going to be able to do everything I once did, but what can I still do? What can I still do to keep up with my health, to keep up with my fitness? I wasn't gonna give up. The first step in stage 2 was already in effect. Is changing my mindset, changing the neuromuscular transformation that had to be the first thing in order for me to continue with stage 2. Now, the second thing of stage 2 is I had to reset my goals, which I kind of already touched on. and realizing within resetting my goals that what I once was able to do in the gym and health-wise, I wasn't going to be able to do all of that anymore. But what could I still do? It took me a while because it was kind of a hit and miss. Sometimes I would go to the gym, do certain exercises, and they would cause me pain, so I would stop doing them. I would try something else, and voila, this didn't cause me as much pain, so I would add it on. And that's kind of how I started taking it on. I would play around with my body, see what machines I could do. A lot of the workouts I do are machine-based. Very few exercises I do that are free weights. But before I continue with the resetting goals, I already knew that swimming felt so good on my lower back, so good to relieve the pain. So I knew that that was going to be my in going back into fitness. So that's what I did. 2 to 3 months of on and off swimming, maybe, and I went progressively. I didn't just dive into the pool and all of a sudden I'm a dolphin, Michael Phelps, you know? But I took it one step at a time. And slowly, as I started to feel more confident in myself, I moved that into the gym. That's when I started playing around with the machine, seeing what caused me pain, and adding the exercises that didn't cause me pain. And I just started formulating my own exercises, which has led me to where I'm at now. I'm going to re-emphasize, you have to change your mindset. That is the most important. Why? Because sometimes I would go into the gym and yes, I would feel pain. Yes, I would take my painkiller. Yes, I would take a muscle relaxer afterwards or to go to bed, or maybe almost 3 times a day, which is my maximum dosage that's prescribed to me. I wouldn't trade it to be laying back in my bed. I wouldn't trade it at all. I'd rather be in pain and be where I'm at now physically, never comparing myself to anyone else but myself, than laying in bed, loathing myself in depression, still taking my medications, my pills, and I hate taking them. I had to change my mind, guys. I had to change. For everyone out there dealing with pain, any type of pain, my pain just happened to be degenerative disc disease. You have to change your mindset, guys. It's number one. Anyways, moving on. So you've come to the point where you're ready to overcome the pain. You've done the homework and changed your mindset. You've reset your goals. So what's next? You have to know and realize that there will be falls. So expect them. Expect them from the beginning. And don't let those falls cause you not to get back up. The reason I say that is because I'm sharing with you with experience. That way you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a guessing game for you once you decide to begin your journey. Expect there to be falls, but don't let them rule your entire life. Expect to fall, but then when you recover, say it's a day, say it's 2, maybe it's a week that it takes you to recover. Get back on that bicycle, ride it up the hill, challenge yourself, deal with the daily pain in a positive way. And your life will be so much better, guys. So much better. The last thing I want to leave you guys with in beginning your journey, as far as if you have to overcome pain of any kind, I really want you to remember this. Whenever I fall and whenever I lose focus and I know that I need to get back up and I see of the progress that I've made as far, I tell myself, Carlos, you're hurt, not broken. Think about that. Think about those words. You're hurt. We got that out of the way. But you're not broken. Think about that. So many people would give anything to be where you're at. People that can't walk, people that are handicapped beyond what we have, would give anything to be where you're at, to deal with a little pain, but to be able to walk their kids to school, to be with a little pain, but to be able to stand up and hug their loved ones. Any simple task that you think and loathe yourself upon, remember, There's always someone far worse than you, but you can be the change for someone out there and show them that anything is possible, that achieving your goals is possible if you just change your mindset. That's gonna be it for today. I hope for those of you that do have degenerative disc disease or any pain that are watching this today, remember, you're hurt, not broken. If this is the first video of mine you watch, check out the other videos. They might motivate you and help you out through your journey. Check them out, subscribe, and let's do this together, guys. I'm here to help you out. Ask me any questions. I'm working on my master's degree in exercise science. I'm not giving up on my dreams. I love you guys. Peace and love out.